The following video contains what some might call offensive content. Of course, in this modern age of stepping on eggshells over comedy, I believe in something called refuge and audacity. Basically, don't take this video seriously. If you can't do that, then just click off this crummy video and go back to masturbating to either the King James Bible, the Quran, or Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals, whichever you prefer. Anyway, on with the show.
And now it is time for our Q&A program, Ask Drannik.
God, what a terrible theme song. Welcome to another edition of Ask Drannik.
Wait, what? We haven't done this shit in 8 years. Plus, we escaped that bomb shelter we were in last time.
That's the magic of shitty internet video. Nothing ever truly ends.
You know, I was enjoying my retirement until you called. Negligence ended, you got some other schmuck to play me in that reboot comic.
Drannik and Lizette. Available on Indie Planet.
And I was free as a bird. Now I'm back here answering disturbing questions again. Fuck my life.
What life? Your fiction. Anyway, first question. Why don't you monetize your videos?
Because I don't like sucking Google's cock.
Funny, you were whoring out negligence crap 8 years ago.
Things have changed, man. In all seriousness, why aren't your videos monetized?
Because I don't like the idea of making these crappy videos advertiser-friendly just to make pennies. Plus, taking YouTube seriously as a career is just the most pathetic thing.
In other words, you don't like sucking Google's cock.
Or anyone else's for that matter. It's why I don't use Patreon, Kickstarter, GoFundMe, or any of that shit. I don't need your fucking charity.
Next question, please.
What happened to Gorab?
Gorab has been all over the place since the show ended. Do we even want to go into this?
Might as well, since the subject has been brought up.
Well, according to what I've been able to glean from media statements over the years, Gorab came out of the closet regarding his sexuality. His Twitter even stated,
Gorab is a pansexual because he loves to fuck frying pans.
He elaborated in further tweets,
He'll also fuck men, women, children, animals, corpses, appliances, automobiles, campfires.
and it goes on for pages.
Pages? On Twitter?
280 characters just isn't enough to cover the man's depravity.
He always was a sick bastard.
That he is, but the story gets better. In 2014, he joined a neo-Nazi group and started organizing their bake sales. Bake sales, of course, really means speed manufacturing.
Gorab's a racist?
Yeah, he even posted a tweet saying,
Gorab likes to beat up niggers so he can steal back Gorab's crack. Hashtag Seth Putnam. Hashtag anal cunt.
when asked about why he used the N-word, he replied,
Because they're not part of the superior white race. Like Gorab.
and when asked why he steals back the drugs he just sold people, he replied,
Do you know how expensive it is to make crack? Gorab is all about keeping the profit margin in the black, bitch.
Not long after that, Gorab claimed to have found Jesus. Of course, the police really think he found Jesus, one of Gorab's many underage drug mules from El Salvador dead from a gunshot wound. But either way, Gorab became a Catholic, claiming,
Gorab just joined the seminary. Now he can become a priest, fuck kids, and travel the world. Hashtag religious freedom.
Funny how they call it seminary.
Takes on new meaning when Gorab's around. Oh yeah, my favorite Gorab tweet from around this time?
As a Catholic, Gorab doesn't believe in condoms. Instead, he shoots heroin into Gorab's nuts. That way, Gorab's semen ODs before reaching the nun's uterus. Hooray for rape! Hashtag me too!
I don't think heroin works that way. Anyway, didn't Gorab convert to Islam shortly after that?
Yeah, and Sweden's been regretting it ever since.
So where is he now? It's been a while since I bothered to keep up on Gorab drama.
Last I heard, prison. Something to do with a hooker, I think.
So, what you want, big boy?
Gorab wants you to suck on his big gun!
Sounds lovely. How big we talking?
About 38 caliber.
I ain't putting my lips on no 357 Magnum.
Don't forget who's paying you, bitch! Now hurry up! Gorab's horny! Gorab's gonna come!
You know what? Keep your money. I'm out.
Come back later! Gorab's cooking a fresh batch of meth! He'll sell it for half price!
Well, let's hope we never see him again.
When Gorab was in England, he smoked a lot of fags, usually with a Glock 9mm.
Sorry, it had to be done.
You do realize that'll just stun him, right?
For now, got another question?
Oh, right, we're still doing an Ask Drannik episode. Anyway, what is your favorite color?
Red like the blood of innocence.
Explains the shirt.
Nah, I washed that off ages ago.
More than I needed to know. Do you still believe in King Muty?
If these crazy times haven't convinced you of his existence yet, nothing will.
All hail King Muty, Lord of Anarchy.
What is your favorite music?
I listen to all sorts of music. Old school hip-hop, punk, reggae, classical, jazz.
It's one thing to just throw out genres. How about some artists?
Let's see. Sepultura, Killing Joke, Voivod, Modest Mussorgsky, Ika Mouse, Eisburn, Wire, Stahlhammer, Oliver, Husker Du, De Kreutzen, Immortal Technique.
Oh
The
boy,
Ramones,
we're gonna be
Celtic
here a
Frost,
while.
Typo Negative, Richard Strauss. New Model Army, King Yellowman, and Bad Brains.
You know, I make music myself now.
Buskers.
Available on Bandcamp and Feedbands.
Stop plugging your shit in this video. Next thing I'll know, you'll be shilling for fucking NordVPN or Squarespace.
Speaking of which, whether you need a domain, website, or online store... Ow!
Get on with the questions, dipshit.
Do you regret making fun of Prince in episode 2?
Considering his record label threw a bunch of his stuff on YouTube after he died, yes.
Is that remorse I hear?
Hey, motherfucker had talent. That's more than I can say for a lot of today's fucking zeros.
Where do babies come from?
Well, when a man and a woman love each other very much...
Who said they had to love each other?
Fine, a one-night stand. With a stork.
Sounds like Gorab's Saturday night.
Is the Earth flat, and why is the sky blue?
The sky is blue because the world is a depressing place to be, and the Earth is actually a giant inverted pyramid, seesawing one way or another towards oblivion.
Where in the hell do you learn this stuff?
The King Muty Bible, page 12, verses 15 to 31.
Drannik, this is a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook.
Study it, then eat it. No sense having the FBI onto my plans.
Why does the president suck farts?
Because he's allowing this 5G crap to be rolled out. Like we need more untested radio waves in the air because people abso-fucking-lutely need their streaming fix. Goddamn junkies.
Why does my butt smell so bad?
You should try wiping it sometime, Tony.
I didn't send that question.
Sure you didn't. I can smell it from here, you know.
No, that's just Gorab. Someone else sent that question.
Did someone say Gorab?
No!
Gorab is neither in nor out of the closet. He uses the closet to lure in Cambodians so he can rape them and kill them. And then eat them.
So the apartment 213 diet, then.
Even your fat, hunchbacked ass can't eat that quickly. What do you do with the rest?
Gorab usually refrigerates the body parts for leftovers, but sometimes he uses them to smuggle drugs.
Let me get this straight. You use dismembered body parts to smuggle drugs.
Of course! Who's gonna look for a kilo of fentanyl inside a hollowed-out, half-eaten, semen-encrusted Cambodian's head?
Can I shoot him again, please?
Last I checked, it's one of the major bylaws of the Geneva Convention. All right, on with the questions. What happened to all the links that were shilled at the end of Ask Drannik 5?
Most of them are now either dead or inactive. Don't ask me why, it's been 8 friggin' years.
And yet, you're still a foul-mouthed, psychotic 5-year-old.
When has Bart Simpson had his 11th birthday?
Good point. Why did negligence end?
Contract negotiations fell through.
You and I both know that's not true.
Fine, you tell the non-existent audience then.
Because I got bored with it mostly, plus I wanted to go in a different direction with the characters. So I took them, aged them up a few years, and went for a more light-hearted romp. Plus it was fun learning print layout during that time instead of just sticking with webcomics.
And in the meantime, you gave me, the original Drannik, a severance of $0, you cheapskate.
Like you had a paycheck higher than $0 during the 3 years negligence ran.
I know you earned some money from the comic book. I want my royalty check from you, Will Eisner.
It all went towards art supplies and musical instruments. You're SOL, buddy.
See what I mean about contract negotiations falling through?
Drannik, what is your opinion of the Hollywood sex scandals?
Considering that this is an industry that still celebrates Roman Polanski like he's a fucking Egyptian god, and also refuses to ostracize a scumbag like Victor Salva, do these sex scandals really come as that much of a surprise? Fucking Gorab would have a field day taking over Harvey Weinstein's spot.
After Gorab took home the Macho Island Federation title, he
Jesus
became
Christ,
a
does this fucker
Hollywood
ever stay down?
superstar. He gave Demi Lovato his patented brand of 2-liter Diet Shasta meth, and also his phone number.
How in the world do you, a depraved, cannibalistic, barely literate, mentally retarded hunchback with a lazy eye, manage to make all these connections?
Gorab spent time with Jared Fogle in prison. He gave Jared a $5 footlong with extra mayo in the cafeteria. Gorab made Jen Pop his bitch.
Lethal injection with sulfuric acid mixed with Jenkum is too good for you, Gorab.
Gorab also has military connections. The troops coming back from Afghanistan supplied Gorab with opium poppies to synthesize heroin, to which Gorab says, "Thank you for your service."
Thanks, Drannik. Now, who the hell is that?
Greetings, sir. We've received reports of multiple gunshots coming from this residence.
Talk to Billy the Kid over there.
Wait, are you Drannik, the kid responsible for at least one homicide, multiple thefts and vandalism, and various other crimes a few years back?
I plead the fifth.
What is that smelly lump on the floor?
Gorab.
You know what? Here's some extra bullets and a shotgun for you. I'll see if we can get the Department of Defense on the phone and get the president to order a tactical nuclear strike.
Do you even have the authority for that? Also, I don't think even a complete quantum singularity event would be enough to get rid of Gorab.
It's worth a shot. You have a good night, sirs, and God help us all.
You too, officer.
Stop sucking up to the man, and get on with the questions before Gorab gets up again.
What does Yul Brynner's noggin smell like?
Sex, drugs, and the king and I, Bill Hicks.
Are other people actually sending these questions, or is Tony just making them up?
You figure it out.
Why a bitch gotta lie?
Because you listen to Death Grips. Speaking of which...
Why did you put us in this small-town grave?
'Cause it's 4 o'clock in the morning and still we can't sleep. Turn over, turn around, twisting in our sweat.
They say there is no rest for the wicked ones.
Dear God, what have we done?
You made another episode of this stupid show, that's what.
So how many questions has that been now?
I don't know, you're the one asking the goddamn things. Plus, I lost track thanks to all the interruptions. No thanks to Gorab.
No kidding. Still, there's quite a backlog, so who knows how many more we have to sift through. Let me see, here's one. Where have all the flowers gone?
Long time passing through a bong, hippie.
Will negligence ever return? Is this one you sent in, Drannik?
God, no. To answer the question, buddy, I did my own stunts for that strip. Do you honestly believe my body is capable of handling that now?
What stunts? Plus, you've been 5 years old since 2008.
So? Remind me why I haven't called CPS on you yet. I'm sure that comic violated a lot of child labor laws.
Need I remind you that not only are you a cartoon character, but a retired one as well? You aren't even involved with the current Drannik and Lizette comic book.
Dude, even Wile E. Coyote had union representation in the 50s. I never had that.
Wile E. Coyote was notorious for scabbing on the side as Ralph Wolf. Plus, he's a regular golfing partner with Jackie Chan because their insurance premiums are higher than Jay and Silent Bob on a flight from Denver.
Penny pinching bastard.
Let's move on. Why didn't Sony contract the band Venom for the soundtrack to the movie Venom?
Because they couldn't lay down their souls to the gods rock and roll.
Instead, they laid them down to the gods' virtue signal and political correctness. That shitty Ghostbusters movie a few years ago proved that.
Are you saying you don't like women?
I'm saying I hate remakes, reboots, re-re's, whatever you want to call the fucking things. Mostly because they're intellectually lazy. I'm sick of mouth-breathing morons using the lame excuse of diversity to defend something that is a piece of shit, and then tell other people that they have to spend money on it or else they ain't a good little cog in the machine. Hey, I make crap, and I also like my share of crap, but at least I'm not going to people and saying they have to like it, and if they don't, they are racist, sexist, homophobic, a libtard, a cuck, whatever stupid fucking label comes next. At least I acknowledge I make crap.
Even if it takes weeks, months, or hell, years writing and compiling it?
Especially so. Like it if you want, hate it if you want. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, on with this crap. What is Drannik's favorite game?
Whack-a-Gorab.
That's not a game, that's a way of life.
An expensive way of life. Do you know how much these bullets are?
Gorab likes to create God particles using his Large Hadron Collider.
Uh-huh.
That's what Gorab calls his penis.
Yep.
Because it's large and it makes a lot of collisions.
We get it, you fucking freak of nature! How many of these damn bullets do I have to waste on you?
Always save one for yourself, kid. How long will the government be shut down?
Hopefully forever. No gods, no masters, no slaves.
How fucked are we?
Royally, in the literal sense of the word. As long as there's some ruling class pulling the strings from on high, we'll never be truly free.
Okay, we get it.
I don't think a lot of people do, sadly enough.
Where are they keeping Elvis's body?
He's been stitched together with Walt Disney's head to make a Frankensteinian abomination. It currently lives in Shanghai, running the entertainment industry from afar.
Is global warming the reason it's not snowing?
3 words. Weather control satellites.
Do you honestly believe that?
There are companies implanting their employees with fucking RFID chips now. Is there anything beyond possibility at this point?
Why doesn't Santa ever come to my house?
Santa Claus is actually a Nicaraguan mercenary named Miguel Vasquez, wanted in 17 countries for drug smuggling, gun running, racketeering, human trafficking in the case of the elves, animal cruelty against the reindeer, and pretty much being an associate of Gorab's. Why do you think NORAD tracks him every Christmas?
How does that answer the question?
I'm saying Santa doesn't come to the Inquirer's house because A, he's not involved with Santa's operation, therefore by extension, B, Santa doesn't need to make a dead drop at the guy's house.
Ah, here's an oldie but a goodie. Dear Drannik, so why is it that when you skull fuck a—
Stop! If I wasn't going to answer that question back in Ask Drannik 3, I'm certainly not going to answer it now.
Holy shit! I finally got to the bottom of the pile. So, you ready for it, Drannik?
Sure, bring it, 'cause I have no idea if I'm ever going to do this again.
Alright, final question. What happened to Atlantis?
Gorab happened. Seriously, of all his various crimes, the worst one is his skill at karaoke.
Way down in the ocean.
Stop right there, pal. Are you trying to get this video a copyright strike?
It's fair use.
Only in the service of parody or educational commentary, dumbass.
Okay, here's Gorab's commentary. Gorab likes Donovan, you faggot. Good enough?
Not like it matters. I'm sure this video will get nuked off YouTube anyway. Ah, right on cue.
Guess that cop from earlier convinced the feds to press the button.
Well, back to the bomb shelter it is then, I guess. From the ninth circle of hell, I'm Tony Kennard.
And I'm Drannik.
See you after the apocalypse. Come on, Drannik.
Can Gorab come?
Fuck off, Gorab!
Fuck you too then. More irradiated meth for Gorab.
Resurrected, no reason, Gorab tried on treason, no one watch a shitty show, cause it fucking blows, blew the world to hell, Gorab's death, no one sell, most of you know online, Leonard Bernstein, send your questions, maybe not, request a boycott, nothing left to gain, get to the refrain, it's the end of the world as we know it, it's the end of the world as we know it, it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
I don't.
Shut up, Drannik.